Welcome to part 5 of Wind Waker. And even though the King of Red Lion says that we have a lot of stuff to buy besides the sale, little does the King of Red Lions know that we need certain items in order to do that. So we have to make repeated trips here. And I mean repeated trips. Probably 5 or 10 tops. Considering you get all the items first income here. Yeah. And I do mean that because of the fact that one of the side quests requires you to sail around the Great Sea, sorry. I almost called it the Great Blue Sea. The Great Sea to get certain items from other people. So, yeah. It may take a while for my heart piece count to raise due to the extent of all the things we have to do to get them, but I will at least have one row by the end of the game. Although it really isn't necessary, it is kind of necessary for the end of the game. And this is the guy we need to speak to in order to get the sale. This is Zunari. Zunari will be the guy that will be issuing out at least 3 quests here in this... Okay, make that 4 quests here in this stage. One will lead you to a bottle. Another one will lead you to several treasure charts and a heart piece. Another one later on will lead you to the magic armor. And what we're doing right now. So we will have to make repeated trips to come and see him. So, with that said, ladies and gentlemen, we've got our sale because I had more than 80 rupees. You can actually haggle him down, but it would be in your best interest, or try to haggle him down, but it would be in your best interest to have 80 rupees off the bat, which is all the more reasons why I went to that house. Well, actually, no. I was underneath the house of Link to get that savings from Grandma. That actually helped a lot. We'll be also coming into this area, too, because there are heart pieces here that needs to be gotten. Like, I do believe this one right here will initiate a quest. I'm not going to point out every last person. And I do believe this guy is part of a side quest too. However, it's not for a heart piece. Actually, some of the people here you need to take note of if you're going for 100%, which I'm not. Definitely take note of this guy because he mentioned something about Maggie and Mila, who will also be a part of side quests on their own right. But just about every single citizen here in Windfall is a part of the Nintendo figurine side quest, which does not net you anything but bragging rights, basically. While you don't really have to find every last person, especially these bastards right here, you can, however, find one specific person via the Game Boy Advance with the Tingle tuner, and that is Knuckle. That's the only way he's going to appear for the Gamecube version. But for the Wii U version, you can easily do that without a problem because it's technically like having a Game Boy Advance. Now, these 4 shits. They are part of 2 side quests. The first one is for a heart. The second one is for a deed that will lead you to the Triforce chart. And speaking of which, all the joy pendants that I will be collecting later on in the game, they come here to this woman right here. You need to bring 41 of them if you want to get the Cabana deed, a piece of heart, and a hero's mask. The hero's mask, by the way, is something that will allow you to look at the HP of any enemy, even the boss. So, yeah, there's that. Nonetheless, I'm going to stop dawdling around and go to the prison. The only reason why I cut that out because I had to save. After all, I did all that straight without saving, so I might as well before something happens. Like a blackout. I'm never gonna get over that, am I? Anyway, here we are. And here's that switch. But more importantly, I don't want to get that. I don't want to open that just yet. Because there's that thing right there. That guy! Do I want to talk to him? Really? I see the same green clothes, the same green hat. By the look of you, I'd say, sir, you by chance be a fairy? Wow. Goodness! Do you feel my telepathy? That's why you saved me, isn't it? Isn't it? No word. Tingle knows without you telling him. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Tingle is my name, and I've been looking for you and your kind, for I too long to be one of the fairy folk. Give me some good news today, young paper boy. I'm sorry that sounds creepy, but that is how Tingle is. Seriously, he kidnapped 4 people. He has kidnapped 4 people. And honestly, I should leave this asshole in this damn cage. Specifically for what he's done in Majora's Mask. You see, this guy is the only way you can get overview maps in Majora's Mask, because you have to buy them. Unfortunately, he's also the main reason why you have to complete the entirety of the game, and why it takes so goddamn long. This asshole right here is the reason why. Yay! Hooray! Thank you oh so very much! Seriously, I hate you. I really, really hate you. Here is Tingle's heartfelt gift of thanks! Yeah. No. Go away. Anyway, we get the Tingle Tuner, and it'll only work if you have the Game Boy Advance, or the Wii U, which will use the top screen for the Tingle Tuner. Now, no matter how far away we travel from this dingy cell, our swords will be one. Splendid! Tingle is going to get ready to go to the realm of the fairies. So you just wait here. Wait, what? Ah! I'm forgetting something important. Mr. Fairy, won't you come to my island? Don't you? Don't you? No, I don't want to go anywhere near you. And there's for good reason why you probably won't need to go to that island. Even though Tingle gives you a chart for not only the island, but he has terrible drawings to show you exactly where you can get a bomb upgrade as well as a weapon upgrade. But there's a reason why you shouldn't really go out to Tingle's island right at this moment. You see, his island is one of 6 that has a big octo in the area. Fuck you, Tingle. And he wasn't kidding about the deciphering of the charts. If you ever need help with charts, don't forget. Go to hell, Tingle. Go to hell and never bother me again. But unfortunately, we have to deal with him. Also, there is a reason why Tingle is in the cell. Let's push this box behind, and yeah, there is a hole there. So let's crawl into the hole. Think about this maze, it is random. You never know where you are going, and more importantly, you probably may get lost. The only way you'll know if you're going the right way if you happen to find a blue rupee. If you start finding blue rupees, then you've gone the right way. Otherwise, you end up going too far, and you end up taking a wrong path. Well, you'll end up running into an unexpected surprise. Because you see here, in this area, despite the fact that Link can crawl through certain items, assholes like him appear. Ah, crap. Alright, let's get back in there and show that rat who's boss. And unfortunately, no matter how much you try to bait these rats, there are going to be some rats waiting for you in those wooden platforms. So, yeah. Let's go and... Oh, by the way, you learned the Song of Passing from him. That guy that's over there by that tombstone. So let's try this again. Let's try to beat out the rat and... Oh, I just went the wrong way, didn't I? Ah, crap. Try it again. Alright. This time for real, I'm gonna get that rat. But I might as well just find my way out of this place. Oh god, I went too far! Crap. This time I'll get it for real. There it is, right here. I finally went the right way. And in that treasure chest is the one treasure that Tingle should not have. But he does anyway. That's why he's in jail. And this treasure also is one of the keys to many hearts. And that is the Picto Box. Also, you need the deluxe Picto Box for some of the hearts, but you need to upgrade it first. So we will have to come back here later on to deal with that. Right now, I'm going to leave this place and eventually hop aboard the King of Red. God damn it. Well, that's one way of getting out of this place. Okay, I'm done fooling around. Let's go. Let's get in the boat and let's go. You've had your fun. You've had your fun. So let's set the sail onto whatever button that works, and let's go. Now, I want to point out something to you. While sailing, you have to be careful. Because there will be enemies that will attack you on the open seas. And right now, you won't have the means to defeat them. Also, there will be treasure chests on the open seas, which right now you don't have the means to get those either. But if there's one important factor you need to worry about, as I just got finished explaining with Tingle and his island, there are big octos in the area, and you will know if you run into one when a group of seagulls start coming towards you. If more than 6 appear, you're screwed. Because there is no way in hell you're going to be able to outrun a big octo. Especially if you don't have the means to actually fight him. You're just gonna take some serious damage or get thrown... No, and get thrown somewhere else. There was one time when this happened to me. I ended up being thrown into a path of another big octo. It was not fun, it was not pretty, and I rage quit the game because of it. Yeah, and as you can see, the seagulls are coming. Oh crap, I see 3 of them. That's not good. But if you see seagulls circling around one area, you know a big octo's in the area. So this quadrant has a big octo. And for the record, all of the Great Sea area is separated into quadrants. A through E, or was it A through F? Yes, it's A through F, 1 through 8. Yeah, I think that's what it is. No, wait, I think it's A through I, 1 through 8. Never mind, whatever the case. No, it's A through I. I'm right. But we're here in Dragon Roost Isle. This is one of the destinations we need to go to. And there's Beetle's shop, although that won't be opened up to us until later on, because for some reason, until we deal with this guy, Beetle's shop will immediately sail away and sail too far out to where we can reach it. I don't know why, but he will. However, that shop is where you're going to get bait, and we'll have to wait until after we complete whatever we need to complete here in order to get that. Now, we will have to meet up with the Rito tribe, which is either rumored or pretty much is the descendant of the Zora. And now we are given the Wind Waker. You know, the avian name of this game. The Wind Waker is going to be used for a lot of things. And as I mentioned, one of those things is to turn the time of day from day to night. Now, my control was having a little bit of problems with the C-stick, so this is why it's going to take a while for me to actually get it right. Yeah, it's not matching up with the tempo, and I apologize for it. I had to reconnect my controller and stuff, and it was not working. So yeah, it was giving me problems. And after a few misses, and I almost had it that time. After a few misses, the King of Red Lion stops you, and you have to redo it again. Sorry, it's gonna take me a while, but you're having to learn how to use you have to learn how to use the Wind Waker, and that thing is going to be important throughout most of the dungeons here. Now I gotta do this in 4 quarters time. There's 3 quarters, 4 quarters, and 6 quarters. Oh, I did it wrong. Doggone it. Up, left. Oh, I went the wrong way. Ah, too late. Sorry I'm taking too long, ladies and gents. This is what happens when your controller starts acting up on you during the tutorial. I promise you it won't be doing that when I go through later game. Okay. I have to re-plug in the controller again. Now then, I don't have to do 6 quarter time, do I? No? Good. Let's go on with it. Oh, and by the way, the Wind Waker is going to be in your Z spot permanently if you want to play this game correctly. Why? Because you cannot actually proceed to most stages without it. After all, when you use the Wind Waker, you need to use this song right here, which is the Song of Wind, in order for you to go, or at least have the wind blowing in certain directions so where you can traverse. So it's best to keep the wind song locked on a button. Speaking of which, a Requiem of Wind, sorry. There we go. Oh, and speaking of things that is a hazard, after you learn Wind's Requiem, you get a visit from Typhos. See, here's the thing. Oh, or Zephos, I guess. Zephos is the god of wind. And since you are the new Wind Waker, he'll actually tell you about how to use the Wind's Requiem. However, there is one thing he needs to warn you about. You see that destroyed pedestal right next to the wind's Requiem? Cyclos has destroyed it. And you might want to be warned, Cyclos is the last person you want to run into. But you may end up running into anyway because the game demands it in order for you to actually beat it. Until you have the means to beat it, if you see a giant cyclone in the water, sail the opposite direction. Because there is no way in hell you're going to beat it without the proper means. He will pick you up and he will toss you. By the way, that has happened to me as well. I ended up being tossed into the path of a cyclone thanks to a big octo, which is probably the other reason why I turned off the game in Rage Quit. It was just that unlucky run for me. Anyway, what we're doing is blasting our way through. Oh no! I just blasted myself in the face with a bomb, didn't I? And there's probably a bomb right here. Yes, there is. Alright. I guess there's another bomb around here that we can use. Oh, this one. Oh! Darn it, I was trying to throw it on the cliff. Oh, of course I screwed that up. Why did I? Okay, regrow, thank you. Now then, let's try to break our way through this area. Because we got a few more bomb flowers left. And it's funny enough that the second stage grants you to use bomb flowers like in Ocarina of Time. But the difference is we have yet to meet Zelda, unlike Ocarina of Time. And again, do we really want to? Oh, damn it, I jumped too far. Just give me a minute. I'm gonna get it right. It won't take me too long. But we're just going to get into Dragon Roost Island, and we'll probably be at the doorstep. But yay, heart! Now, we're gonna have to sidle across, or hang over, one of the two. Thank you. Seriously, I just needed the prompt to sidle. That's all I needed. Slowly but surely. Slowly but surely. There we go. Now then, this last bomb flower will be used for this giant rock here. And there we go. Now, keep attention to that post office box. It's going to be used for a lot of things. Especially for Tingle. And speaking of postmen, that's what the Rito are. They are postal workers. This is the same Rito we found on Outset Island. So, since we meet him, he realized that, he could be of help. Or at least will try to help. However, if you haven't noticed on Dragon Roost Isle, there is a giant cloud of smoke. Which, of course, the chieftain wants to talk to me about, I guess. So we will have to go there and see what's up with that cloud of smoke. And definitely have to find out what the chieftain wants with us. But as I was saying about the post office box, it's going to be important because those red mailboxes will normally spit out letters that you're going to need. However, if you don't have any rupees on hand, there are some letters you can't receive. Beetle and Tingle are definitely big examples of the letters that you can't receive if you don't have the rupees for them. Especially Tingle. That's why Tingle sucks. Sorry, I stuttered earlier. Anyway, the chieftain wants us to find out exactly why Valoo is angry, because one of the Rito just mentioned that Valoo is angry and rampaging for some unexpected reason. And everybody wants to know why, because this place is traditionally for Ritos to climb up to the top of Dragon Roost Isle and get a scale from Valoo so they can get their wings. So if Valoo is angry, pissy, and burning things up, there's a good chance the Rito may never achieve adulthood. So that is basically the problem here. And one said Rito that is not about to go to adulthood because of the dangers Valoo has is the chieftain's son, Tamale. Yeah. We're gonna have to help out the Rito first before they actually assist me. So with Kamali being, well, terrified of Valoo, we're gonna have to put his heart at ease and try to at least talk to the little guy. And by the way, the chieftain is one of the people that you may get a heart piece from. Just want to point that out to you. That's all the reason why I said keep an eye on the mailbox, because the chieftain will use the mailbox for that specific reason, to mail a heart piece to you. And speaking of the post office, there's a mini game here that you could use to get a heart piece there as well. But I probably won't be doing that because I'm going to be going straight to Kamali and also Medley so that we could go on ahead and get started on the first dungeon. For now, we are handed the mailbag, which of course is definitely needed for side quest. Specifically the one trading side quest I briefly mentioned over at outset. So yeah, we went from having to save my sister from a giant chicken only for her to be careening face first into a wall, losing my sword, going to an island, freeing a potential pedophile, and actually meeting a bunch of brats, to having to stop a rampaging dragon from throwing a temper tantrum because something is pissing him off. Yep, this is the best birthday ever. I'll see you guys in part 6 when we talk to Medley.